Hey everyone, it's 101 Leafy. Welcome back to the weekly Yo-kai Watch Wibble Wobble stream. Quick shout out to our sponsor Nox. It's an Android virtual machine that lets you play Wibble Wobble on your computer. Now, speaking of Wibble Wobble, we do have a lot to cover this week. Not only is Hidabat Awoken in the crank, and we'll cover that a bit later, but the main attraction this week is the Divine Paradise's 7th Circle, or 7th Floor as they call it in Wibble Wobble. It's basically another Divine Paradise Circle, you know, it's whatever you'd want to expect from that. However, there is something very unique about it. It's not just another regular boss recolor. This boss for the 7th Circle of the Divine Paradise is Kat Kraydel himself. This is the most difficult boss in Yo-kai Watch 2, at least in my opinion, and I'm sure that he's going to be really tough in Wibble Wobble as well. He has a lot of crazy abilities that you guys are going to see, and most exciting of all, he does of course drop a Soul Secrets upon defeat. And I guess he has the chance to drop Holy X-Forbs too, but if you've seen any of our previous Crank-a-kai party streams, you know that we are not short on those things. There's nothing really else to say about it, but we will be playing through the entire thing. And, sorry, the Wibble Wobble likes to render its articles just as, like, actual web pages, and it gets very glitchy sometimes. Here you can see that Hidabat Awoken is in the Crank-a-kai this week. We'll cover the Crank-a-kai right after this. It's interesting that he's in there. Hidabat Awoken is a line popper. He pops Wibble Wobbles along the middle of the screen, not exactly a very big area, and he's not too impressive. Honestly, I'd say that he's the second worst of all of the Awoken yokai. Or no, I'd say he's the worst Awoken yokai, but the second worst SS yokai, because the worst SS rank yokai right now is Wismellow Man. But Hidabat Awoken, unless you're a Hidabat enthusiast, is probably not who you're going to be wanting to crank for. I would suggest holding off, since next week is the probably the Yokai Scramble Battle for this month, right? Because May has 4 weeks, obviously, and 2 weeks have passed, and since the Scramble Battle is 2 weeks, we need 2 weeks in the month, so next week and the week after is pretty obviously going to be this month's Scramble Battle. No idea what it's going to be, but I'm guessing that we'll have somebody exciting, probably 3 exciting yokai in fact in the Crank-a-kai, so I would suggest saving your money. Hidabat Awoken though, he'll do alright, because there are a lot of good shady yokai in this game. Blandin, Null, Slimeamander S, pair them up with Beelzebub and Hidabat Awoken, and if you really do love Hidabat, then I guess you've got a solid-ish team. Not gonna do you much in score attack, but they'll help you out when you're clearing stages like the Divine Paradise. Before we get started with the Divine Paradise though, we will do just a couple of cranks. And whoa, who's that? SB? Yeah, that's right, let's go over the Crank-a-kai contents, because they've mixed things up again. It's not as bad as previous weeks, but I'm still holding off until the Scramble Battle to do major cranks, because they're messing with the crank. You'll see. We have Devourer in the S ranks, along with Komajiro S in the S ranks, so both of those are new. And we have Robonyan F in the A ranks, and Robonyan F is interesting, because he was only available in the Christmas coins previously, and there were a very limited number of Christmas coins, 15 if I'm correct. So you had 15 set chances to get Robonyan F, and if you didn't pull him, you didn't pull him, you're out of luck, you don't have Robonyan F. But now, 5 months later, he is back, he's in the Y Money Crank-a-kai, they aren't saying how long he'll stay, so if you really do want Robonyan F, then I'd put your money in. Along with him, we have Komajiro A, him coupled with Komajiro S, they're both event-exclusive yokai. So, again, I would suggest cranking if you don't have these guys. I do, so I'm not too worried about it. Jibakoma, he was present in the Yo-Egg Scramble Battle, if you remember him. Super difficult to recruit. He actually should be a permanent crank edition, if I'm correct. I'm not sure if they'll make him in Wibble Wobble, but I think he is in Puni Puni. And if he isn't, he'll absolutely come back when Psychic Spectres releases for some sort of event for that, so I wouldn't stress too much about him. Scrolling down, we'll see that Darknyan is in the Crank-a-kai. I actually don't have Darknyan yet. I missed him when the movie event came out, because I was playing Yo-kai Watch 2, right? And I didn't want to grind for Y money in Yo-kai Watch Wibble Wobble, so due to Darknyan's rarity, I did not pull him. So I'm going to grind a bunch of money this week, and next Monday we'll have this huge Crank-a-kai party for the new Scramble Battle for Darknyan. Try to get something good. We should. Speaking of the movie event, we do have Hovernyan in the Crank-a-kai. I don't think Buchinyan is there. No, Buchinyan isn't there, but Hovernyan and Darknyan are, which is pretty nice. SB is just a normal B rank. You can get her anytime. Don't worry about getting her. Kiwinyan is an event yokai, but he actually should be a permanent addition, if I'm correct. I think that Japan gets... No, not Japan. But we should get Kiwinyan as a permanent addition, since the Fruitnyan replaced the Momotaro-nyan in Wibwob, and the Momotaro-nyan, which is like Kijinyan and Sarunyan, the monkey and parrot guys, are permanent in Puni's Crank-a-kai. So, Kiwinyan should be a permanent addition, and once he becomes permanent, Oranyan and Grapenyan and all those guys should be permanent in our Crank-a-kai as well. Aegon is available no matter when you're playing the game, however, he is rare, so if you really want him, then I guess hope that you crank him, but he's not good. He's just a B rank single attacker. Single attackers are okay, but with an attack like that, he has like 400, he's not really going to do you any favors. You want to be using Null if you're using a shady single attacker. Spoink S is actually going to do you much better though. And finally, Dracunyan. The only B rank really worth cranking for here. Dracunyan is super good. He transforms almost the entire board when he's maxed out into Dracunyan Wibwob. And then you link up all the Dracunyan Wibwob, use his ultimate again, and keep cycling it. Dracunyan is amazing for getting stars. If you watch the previous streams, you know that we use him a lot when we're trying to get some stars. So, if you pull Dracunyan, don't be too upset about pulling a B rank, because Dracunyan is one of the best there is. In fact, Dracunyan is not only really good, but he's also event exclusive, so if you don't have him, then crank as much as you can to try and get him. Here you can see small minions normal soul secrets. It doesn't really matter. Small soul secrets are 20% of a normal soul secrets, mini soul secrets are 40%, and the pull rate for all of them combined is actually the exact same as the pull rate for normal soul secrets before these guys were added. In short, their addition is just kind of frustrating, not actually beneficial in any way. Meanwhile, in Puni, these guys were actually added in place of X-Orbs on the Dream Roulette and in the event gachas. So, they're going way against, in fact, basically the opposite of their purpose in Puni, which is to give players more soul secrets. Here, we're basically getting less. So we've got a couple more Y Money cranks to do, so let's get that out of the way. Cross our fingers, something good please. Kiwinyan, alright. Not exactly a fantastic pull. Tyler Anthony says, "Hey Leafy, how was your Monday?" It was fantastic. I love being here with you guys every week. It's always great to see all of you. Thank you to everybody who came. Exploration Eevee asks, "Leafy, do you think we'll get the Final Fantasy event soon?" Ooh, Jibakoma! Actually didn't have him yet. I didn't manage to recruit him because he's so difficult to get. So I'm really happy about pulling him. He says, "Oh my swirls, you're number one." That's cute. But I think that we could get the Final Fantasy event soon. Korea got it, which means that they're willing to bring it to other games outside of Japanese Puni. So I think that even if we don't get the Scramble Battle for Final Fantasy, and the Ohajiki, which is a new game mode for Final Fantasy as well, I do think that we'll get Moogle-nyan and Chocobo-nyan in some capacity. I also have a couple of leftover coins. This one's from a login stamp or Goldie Bones, I can't remember. And these are from Score Attack. Grace Pike asks, "Leafy, 2 questions about Nox. How many games are you allowed to download on Nox? Infinite. And will it take as much storage on your computer as it would on your phone?" Yes, it's the exact same amount. Files are files. Noah jumps out to meet you. Alright. Noah's really good. He's really hard to get, so I never mind pulling him from my blue coin Gs. Use the thrill coin, and then we'll conclude with another blue coin G here. Similar question from Lucky asking if we'll get the Hello Kitty event from Puni. Well, technically, just like people like to call the manga event the anime event, this isn't really a Hello Kitty event. It's actually a Sanrio event for the brand as a whole. We're not just getting Hello Kitty in it. So you've got Gudetama and all those cool guys. I do think that we could see it just because Sanrio loves to merchandise in America. They have a very large presence over here. You can find Hello Kitty merchandise virtually anywhere. So I fully expect to see at least an effort from NHN to bring it over. Will it actually happen? I'm not sure. But I do think that NHN thinks it could be in the cards somewhere down the line. 100 Eye Stare. So this guy's okay. He's just a shady all-attacker. He's only A rank though, so he's basically a worse Sproink, excluding... Well, no, not excluding the shady unity with Beelzebub, because Sproink now gets unity with Mass Murderer, who's better than Beelzebub. So there's virtually no reason to use Eyesore. Now, before we start the Divine Paradise, I did want to let you guys experience something. We are maxing out Hidabat Awoken, the best attack upper in the entire game, and we're going to use him in the Divine Paradise, because he's that good. So we've got 12 Soul Secrets stacked up, Hidabat Awoken at Soultimate 6. You guys have been around since we pulled him at Soultimate 1, so it's very exciting to finally max him out. This is the best attack upper in the game. He has an attack up of 107 points, so the points are kind of arbitrary, they don't mean too much. Which means that he's tied in power with Mass Murderer. Not only that, he's better than Mass Murderer, because he's brave, and I don't just mean that as a joke. He has unity with D-Muncher, Shogunyan, Illuminact, all sorts of really good attacking yokai. So putting him on your team with any of those makes him so much better than Mass Murderer, who you could put on your team with Sproink S, Sproink B, and that's about it for powerful Eerie yokai. There really aren't any good Eerie yokai. So now we're going to form our team. I do want to form it around Hidabat Awoken, so we're going to use some Brave yokai here, at least at first. And Slurpent is always a must-have. He's super cool, super fun to use, and super powerful, so we just need to have him. We're going to use Illuminact, because he is just flat out stronger than Shogunyan. Snartle, because he's stronger than Illuminact at Soultimate 7. And I'll leave it up to you guys. Do we go with D-Muncher, Shogunyan, or Cruncha? Vote in the chat there, and I'll check to see what you guys vote for. Your audio is messed up. You're gonna have to be more specific than that. Is it the game with the actual video? Kendo Scott Craig says, Brave is good. Yeah, basically. I mean, let's go over all the Brave yokai. This one's good, this one's good, this one's not good. Good, 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 good enough. Good, good. Right, okay, so this one's not good. This one's not good. You go through all through the Bs, because the Bs are really the only ones that matter. You only have 2 that aren't good. Beetler, Quaken, okay, so I guess 3, and Beetle. Alright, let's tally up the votes. Oh, D-Muncher wins by a landslide, easily. Everyone loves D-Muncher. I love him too. He is really, really cool, and if you've seen any of our other live streams, you know that D-Muncher just crushes anybody. So we're gonna go with him. He's a safe bet. We shouldn't have too difficult of a time in there now. Let's just head on down to the 7th floor of the Divine Paradise. Only those led by the Silk of a Spider are able to visit this place. If you've played Yo-kai Watch 2, let me know in the chat. I'm sure you know what they're talking about with that description. At last, the final floor of the Divine Paradise. I hear a yokai that controls human life is deep within. I also heard that this yokai also loves Kat Kraydel. I like the double also. That's nice grammar, NHN. Let's proceed with more caution than ever before. Alright. Okay. Proceed. P-R-O-C-E-D? E? Okay. I'll accept it. Close enough. Close enough. I'll let it slide, NHN. Let's proceed with more caution than ever before. Let's not be cautious with our typos, though. Let's just slam our keyboard real fast. In case you haven't seen any of the Infinite Inferno or Divine Paradise levels, they're actually all rated Expert, not level 50 or level 49 or anything like that, because that's how difficult they are. They get harder with every floor, so don't think that Expert means that they're all the same difficulty. They're gonna pound us pretty hard here. Let's check out the attack that they have. 147, 262, and 167. That's pretty powerful. linking up Slurpent is obviously always a big priority, but getting in some other links in the meantime definitely isn't a bad idea. Here we did get a really easy Slurpent, and that's going to let us clear the stage pretty fast. I'd like to get into Fever Time before doing so, which we can easily do with the Hidabat Awoken here. Now let's use our Slurpent and blow through this stage. Check this out. Double Slurpent. Hidabat Awoken for the attack up. Snartle's gonna pop all these guys. And then we can use D-Muncher. And then hopefully we can use Illumina. Can we fit in another Slurpent? No, we can't. Hey, sponsor Crimson Arzuros, great to see you. It says I just ate some yogurt, and I think it had kiwi in it. Do you think that will make Kiwi and Yang go away once I try to get Hidabat Awoken? You need to eat 35 kiwi yogurts, sorry. That way you max out Kiwi and Yang. Nicholas Williams says, I have to start getting 3 stars on stages and maxing Yo-kai. Maxing Yo-kai, definitely. Getting 3 stars on stages, not so much. It's not exactly important. The stars get you some marginal rewards that are pretty nice to come across, especially the special coins that you can get sometimes are huge, huge boons as an early player. But later on, it's not that much of a priority. I'd put your time into grinding money so you can max out your Yo-kai. Hey, it's moderator the Lucky 13th. Great to see you. Thank you very, very much for helping us out today. For anybody new here or just forgot, my friends list is full, and I do not accept friend requests or put my friend code up just because it's full, and all of my friends are pretty active. Unfortunately, you can only have 30 friends in this game, so I can't really friend everyone. This is going to be another easy level here, but I have a feeling it won't be so easy later on. For now, though, let's savor the lack of difficulty. Snartle, Illuminoct, and D-Muncher are going to let us clear the stage super easily, even with an Eerie Yokai there decreasing our damage. Death Mandus asks, Leafy, when will we get the Orkanos event? Well, we got that last August, so I'm guessing you're asking about the Orgulus event. We know that we're going to have a Scramble Battle this month, we're probably going to have a Scramble Battle next month, and then once we reach July, I have a feeling that the Scramble Battles are going to get a little old. We could see the 4th of July Scramble Battle. I think that would be fun. American one, hey, American Scramble Battle Popcorn. Come on. If NHN gives us the Popcorn Scramble Battle in July, that would be incredible. I don't think we'll have scrambles all the way until August, though. Definitely not. Uni does not have monthly scramble battles, so we've been pretty lucky-ish. I don't know if I'd call it lucky, but it's pretty nice that we've been getting monthly ones. I don't think it'll continue forever, though. So I think that Orkanos could be rerun in August. They might run out of things to give us. But more likely is the Orgulus Terror time. We already got Gargaros, already got Orkanos, so now it's Orgulus' time to shine. Basically the same kind of event, run through some stages, get Leodoni, who's a new yokai, and I think there are a couple others, and recruit Orgulus, who's a tough single attacker. That would be exciting, except we've already gotten Uber Geeko, who's stronger and heals you. So if we did get Orgulus Terror time, it wouldn't exactly be an exciting event. I'm hoping we get something else. Final Fantasy, please? There's no reason to not give it to us. Olivia Butler says, hey there, 101 Leafy. Hey, Olivia, how's it going? Sponsor Oliver says, Leafy, please rate my team. Nox Awoken, Chimera, Komoshura, D-Muncher, and Kieran. Your team is amazing, Oliver. You always have really good teams when you mention them in the chat. That is a really good team right there. If you want a more detailed analysis, Nox Awoken, super powerful single target attacker that's also going to stun your targets. It's going to help you get through any stage. Nox Awoken is one of the best, if not the best, absolute best, yokai for clearing stages. Then Chimera is another really strong single attacker, in fact stronger than Venoct, especially when you pair him with Komoshura for that 10% mysterious unity bonus. Komashura is a really strong direct attacker on all targets, so it won't deal as much damage per target, but it'll deal more cumulative damage and help you clear those 3 target stages like this one. D-Muncher, another strong single target attacker, and Kieran, another strong all attacker. That's a really, really solid team. And I suggest looking to Oliver if you're thinking about some yokai to put on your team. I do apologize, I am a little sick, unfortunately. You might remember last stream I was a little sick too, and I haven't quite gotten better yet. I should be completely better by next stream, though, fortunately. So, we'll charge D-Muncher, charge Blazion, and charge Snartle, which will get us into Fever Time. Or not, I guess. Be that way. Finally! Snartle and D-Muncher, powered up by Blazion, easily gonna clear this stage. But just in case they don't, I think we can get a Luminoct up in time. I hope. Oh, I should have gone for this batch of Illuminoct instead. Not gonna make as much money there. Dangerous 1326, I like the sound of your team. He says, Happy Monday, 101 Leafy. Happy Monday. I'm on the way to Kat's Kraydel with almost the same team. Just swap Illuminoct for Shogunyan. They're basically the same thing, but Illuminoct has literally like 5 attack more than Shogunyan, so they're interchangeable. Or no, not 5. It's like 35. I misspoke. Shogunyan is 26. Illuminoct is 655, so not basically the same thing. Illuminoct is way more powerful, but still interchangeable. Shogunyan is going to do the job just as well. Zeta asks, Hey 101 Leafy, can we do another all-healer challenge? Maybe later, maybe later. Stick around and we'll do an all-healer challenge if we have the time. Please use Shogunyan instead of D-Muncher, someone says. No. Shogunyan is way worse than D-Muncher. D-Muncher deals so much more damage. Plus, my Shogunyan's only Ultimate 4. Slurp. I love all the sounds in this game. Happy Monday, says Sponsor Crimson. Oh, that's true! Nicholas Williams bringing up a fantastic point. Not only does Illuminoct have 655 attack, he also gets the 5%, not exactly Unity bonus, but stat bonus from the Model Zero watch. He's not a classic yokai, but he's a special yokai because he's a Psychic Spectre's mascot, so I guess they wanted to give him a special treatment there. So him and Darkubi, along with the Wickeds, do get... Ah, dang it. We're gonna restart that. They do get the 5% bonus as well. Connor Brazel asks, Leafy, will you marry me? Sorry, Connor. I'm married to Slurpent. I'm tied up by his 8 tongues. Leafy, please use Captain Thunder, says Lucky. So the thing about Captain Thunder is, not only does he have a really low ultimate level for me, he's also really bad. Captain Thunder is an organizer, and organizers just line up Wibwobs on your board. We can use him on other levels. I can demonstrate him later on in the stream. I'm happy to do that. However, we will not clear Divine Paradise. Flat out will not clear it if we use Captain Thunder. I mean, if you need Soul Meter, just use Slurpent. Slurpent's the best at that. Can we get into Fever Time? Yes, totally. We got this. Abdallah asked, Slurpent marriage. I wasn't invited to that wedding. What's the deal? Someone asked me to marry him, and I said that I'm married to Slurpent because I have spent too many hours with him. Slurpent's my husband. Shine! Ooh, that was a really good ultimate right there. Bam. Mark Rosenberg, interesting challenge. Hey Leafy, can you fight Kat's Kraydel with only Awoken yokai, please? Interesting. I'm not sure what level all my Awoken yokai are, but I'll think about it. After we clear Kat's Kraydel normally, we'll do some challenge runs, and All Awoken Yokai is definitely an interesting one. I feel like Illuminact, not Illuminact, that would be cool, Illuminact Awoken. Venoct Awoken and Blazion Awoken together could totally carry us through that fight. That sounds doable. Sorry to say 22, interesting question. Leafy, Kat Kraydel is referred to as female in mainline. Is she male in the Japanese version or something? Yeah, so here's the thing. The Yo-kai Watch 2 localization changes a lot of things for little reason. Kat Kraydl's gender was actually changed because of how they named him. In Japanese, his name is Ayatori-sama. And Ayatori is just the Japanese name for Kat's Cradle, like the game. So, Sama is basically, it's called an honorific. It basically humanizes Kat's Cradle. But unlike other honorifics, such as, I'm sure you've heard Senpai or Kun, Sama is used with, like, emperors or deities. So, one such deity is Kami-sama, which is, like, God. So what they're doing there is they're alluding to how they reference God in Japan by calling Kat Kraydel with the same suffix, I guess. It's kind of complicated, but Kat's Cradle is basically the god of the yokai world. He controls fate and such. So it's a really complicated way of saying that Kat's Cradle is a guy, basically. That was a super long-winded and complex explanation, sorry. But yeah, that's Kat's Cradle is a guy. But they changed it in America because they named him Kat Kraydel, and Kat is a girl's name. So they figured that would work better if they named him Kat. That's where I was going with that long train of thought. So they said she in the medallion because Kat is a girl's name, and Kat Kraydel is a play on Kat's Cradle. Interesting. Interesting way of handling it. I think that, I don't know, I'm alright with it. It's such like a minor thing that I don't care. Kat Kraydel is just a perfect localization of the name. They didn't change anything, they had it directly allude to Kat's Cradle. I am super happy with it. I love it. I don't really care that they made Kat's Cradle a guy. Sorry, a girl in the localization. It's not really a factor. Kind of interesting though. Interesting trivia. There's a lot of interesting things behind Yokai's design like that. Death Madness asks, Leafy, when you got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, did you go to Target to get it? I did, and I got a free Rubik's Cube. I actually got it from Nintendo digitally a week before it came out. I would have gone to Target otherwise, though, and gotten that Rubik's Cube, because it sounded pretty sweet. I know they did one for Super Mario Maker, so I wasn't too surprised to see them do it for Deluxe. We're gonna use Slurp It here and just charge all our guys up. I don't know if we even need to go into Fever Time here. We'll probably take them all out without it. It's worth a shot, just because it makes things a lot easier. But I won't be too upset if we can't make it happen. Oh, let's go for it, right here. Bam. That was really close. Death Madness asks, Leafy, will they add another boss that you're able to befriend? Man, I hope so. Wobble Walk is befriendable in Yo-kai Watch 2, all of the versions, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. He's one of my favorite yokai in the game. I just love Wobble Walk's design, I love Shady Yokai, I love how they designed his friend form, and I love that you accidentally unleash Wobble Walk onto the world when you befriend him in Yo-kai Watch 2. That's just, it's really silly. I love it. So if they actually do a Wib-Wob Befriend a Boss event where you can befriend Wobble Walk, that would be super cool of them. They can do it, it's in Yo-kai Watch 2, they can totally give it to us. It's not in Puni, but it would be a really awesome Wib-Wob exclusive event, especially because it wouldn't take too much effort. They just make one single yokai and have it drop from Wobble Walk. Reuse the score boosting, befriend boosting sort of system that they have in Befriend a Boss, and there! Easy event. The boss says, hey Leafy, I got an impossible challenge for you. Defeat Kat Kraydel with only E-rank yokai, and you can't use your maxed out Pandal. My Pandal is not maxed out, but I should totally max him out. That's a very difficult challenge, especially because I don't have any E-ranks maxed out as far as I can remember. Yeah, that's, I'll have to work on that one. I'll have to make up a team and then maybe level up their Ultimates a bit, and we can do a stream with some challenges. That'll be real fun. Blaze. Abdallah says the Sanrio event did look pretty awesome, right? It looks really, really cool. You've got Hello Kitty and Gudetama and My Melody and all of these really cool, I can't even call them yokai because they aren't. And it's adorable. If you see all the animations and stuff and the music and the graphics for the stages, it is really, really cute. I need it. So many super powerful yokai in it, like My Melody, SS, and this is the weirdest thing to say. I still cannot get over unironically saying this, just completely seriously. Hello Kitty SS. Hello Kitty SS, a yokai in the game, she's one of the most powerful. I don't know what to say. It's Hello Kitty S and Hello Kitty SS. That it speaks for itself, really. Hello Kitty is a single target attacker that deals a crazy amount of damage, along with My Melody. Just saying, Hello Kitty, Inuyasha, Moogle, Detective Conan, and Jibanyan are in a game together. That makes me so happy. It's so crazy. It's awesome. I absolutely love it. It's the funniest thing ever. And I really hope that they bring over some of that stuff to Wibwob. Sanrio is absolutely doable. Final Fantasy is absolutely doable. So I hope to see some of that soon. Blaze. Jacob Spencer says, when Psychic Spectres comes out, people are going to be less harsh on the train system because it's used to its full potential in that version. I know what you're talking about with the Yoma Express and stuff like that, or the Hexpress, sorry. But do they actually change the full system alongside the addition of the Hexpress? I have to get used to saying that. Because that would be interesting if they do. I don't know of any changes. But I really like the train system. I was one of 2 people that did. I thought it was really cute. If you like the train system, let me know in the chat. And if you didn't, then let me know why you didn't. I see a lot of polarizing opinions on this thing. Not a lot of people are kind of, oh, I liked it, it was okay. A lot of people are either, I loved it, like me, or I hated it, they should get rid of it, worst part of the game ever. Edgenyons, I love that. Edgenyon says, Leafy, if you can make any event happen in Wibwob and in Puni, what would the event be about? Ooh, that's a really good one. Okay, got it. So you know how Whisper got the Awoken Festival, right? Where they had 5 different types of Whisper, and all sorts of mini games, and crazy boss levels, and super cool stuff going on. Alright, so imagine that, but with Pandal, and Pandal Awoken. That's the event that I would make happen. It needs to happen. Outside of that, maybe a Nintendo crossover? That would be really cool. I'd love to see some Nintendo stuff in here, just because they already do so much with Nintendo. Or, you know what's realistic? A Donchan event. Because they put Donchan in Yo-kai Watch 2. And Mugonyan and Chocobonyan were in Yo-kai Watch 3. So, unless Taito, right? Are they the guys that do, Taiko Drum Master? No, not Taito. Is it Banco that does it? I think it's Banco. So, unless Banco's being really silly about this stuff, and I don't think they are. They like to license their stuff. Then we could see it happen. I'm surprised they haven't done it yet. Maybe because it's just one yokai. I see sponsor Crimson says, I like the train system because you could get the Memovac for free. That's actually how I got mine. And I made Vacuumery, and he was pretty useful for the majority of the campaign. Yeah, that's right, that's right. Leafy actually did use a healer. But I didn't use him because he's a healer. I used him because I thought he's really cool. I love his design. I think it's really awesome. I think they did a fantastic job localizing his name. Super funny while keeping the pun. It's the exact same kind of pun. I love it. I love it. It's perfect design, perfect localization. Really good voice acting in the dub too. I thought it was super good. Abdallah says, Muglin was awesome in Yo-kai Watch 3. Did you use him in your playthrough? I thought it was such a cool idea. I don't want to say I'm a huge fan of Final Fantasy, because it's not like I've played them all, but I've played 4, Crystal Chronicles, 13, yeah, I know, 7, Type 0, Kingdom Hearts, if that counts. I've played a lot of Final Fantasy games, so I was pretty excited when they announced Mugunyan and Chocobunyan, and it's just unreal that they exist. Super cute designs. Ooh! Night Blaster Gamer, awesome suggestion. Fantasy Life crossover event. Speaking of Final Fantasy, the artist for that actually did some art for Fantasy Life. I would love to see a Fantasy Life crossover event, especially with Fantasy Life Online coming out soon. Fantasy Life is another franchise created by Level 5. The original was on 3DS, and they also made a phone game, a sort of sequel, Fantasy Life 2, which was later retitled to Fantasy Life Online. They did a closed beta in July, and they also did another closed beta in April, and I covered that on my channel. So if you're interested in what Level 5's been up to outside of Yo-kai Watch, outside of Professor Layton, then definitely check that out. I was one of 15,000 people to get into the closed beta, which was super exciting, and I covered it a bit. I didn't want to spoil too much, just because the game's not fully refined and they don't have everything sorted out. You can only get up to level 30, for example. But I did do a live stream, I did do a second pre-recorded part. It's pretty interesting. It's cool to see how they're evolving the Fantasy Life franchise past the original. There are some good changes, there are some bad changes, but overall, I'm really excited to play it whenever that comes out. It was supposed to come out in April, but it's May, so... You'd actually really fit. Reynolds Sage says, what if Benok came to Fire Emblem Heroes? I could see some Gokshi yokai in Fire Emblem Heroes. They would fit right in. Naruto says, a Persona crossover with Morgana Nyan would be cool. I'd love that. Otaku Differ says, Abdallah sounds different. Do I? Why do I sound different, chat? Tell him, why do I sound different? So these stages are getting a little tougher. They're dealing more damage, getting a little closer. I would like to get into Fever Time here. Alright. So close, but not too close. Not yet, at least. We can charge Blazion, use him, then just go Illuminoct, Pop, D-Muncher, Snartle. Not a big issue. I had to use that early because I didn't want the fever gauge to run out, and it doesn't matter too much anyway. See, we'll finish. Sponsor Crimson asks, who do you prefer, Leafy? Nyastat or Zurabis? So, Nyastat and Zurabis, difficult to pronounce, are two new yokai in Yo-kai Watch 3. They're legends, I think they count as legends, right? And they're like Egypt style, right? It's super cool. Personally, I prefer Nyastat. I think that he's more powerful, but design-wise, I think that Zurabis is cooler. So there you go. That's my full opinion. You gotta give both sides, right, with Yo-kai Watch. Yo-kai Watch is, the coolest ones aren't always the most powerful, as you probably know. Though Shogunyan both really cool and really powerful in every game ever, just because he has to be. Even Jibanyan S, not too great. I mean, he's usable. Not fantastic. We have a nice link up of D-Muncher here. Kind of messed up the Illuminoct. Ah, this is a bad run. This is a bad run. Let's restart. Ooh, I like that 5-star. He says, I want to see a Mario crossover. Have Mario, Luigi, Peach, Wario, and Waluigi, and Yoshi Awoken. Alright, so, I like your idea. But instead of Yoshi Awoken, Waluigi Awoken. I will not settle for anything less than Waluigi Awoken. Just, what's even the point of the event if you don't get Waluigi Awoken? We need to have a Mario RPG, like Partners in Time or Superstar Saga, but with Wario and Waluigi in it. You don't have to play as them, they don't have to replace Mario and Luigi. But just imagine how funny that would be, having them. I feel like that's something we need to do soon. Alright, so we aren't going to get into Fever Time anytime soon, but we did get Slurpent. So Slurpent's going to let us clear the stage quick enough to not die, hopefully. We'll get a second Illuminox, we'll get Snartle up. Come on, come on. This is going to be a close one. Beetle are the toughest. Thankfully, Slurpent coming in at the last second, popping those big Wibwobs for the really big damage. Gonna let us finish that. No continues so far. I like that. No continues. In fact, since we don't really need the continues so far, and we're making some pretty good money, let's do a Y money crank, just to see what we get. Maybe a Hidabat Awoken. That would be nice. Hoverneon. Alright, I saw that and I thought it was Darkneon, got a little excited. I already had him, got a couple of him. One from the movie event and one from a Red Coin G. Oh no, I guess 2 from the movie event and 1 from the Red Coin G, because I had 3 there. And let's use our 1-star coin, as long as we're taking a little crank break here. Sponsor Crimson says, the coolest yokai are not always the most powerful. Looks at Unkeen and Unpleasant. True. Yeah, very true. Unpleasant, the coolest Wicked, in my opinion, tied with Unkeen, and he is one of the most powerful yokai in the game. Meanwhile, Unkeen, not exactly fantastic as a center popper that's Wicked. So, yokai's usability does not often correlate with their coolness. Death Madness asks, Leafy, will you get Fire Emblem Echoes? Hopefully soon, hopefully soon. I am really excited about the game, cannot wait to play it, and I hope to have a review out on time, so crossing my fingers for an early copy. That game looks really good. I love that they got Hidari, who did the art from the Atelier series, to do the art for Echoes. I think that the art is super, super pretty. He did a fantastic job with that. So I'm excited to play it just for the art. And of course, it's Fire Emblem. It's going to be awesome. Oh no! How did that happen? Let's try again. One more try. We can do this. Thinkhead23 asks, Leafy, is Hoverneon Superman and Darkneon Batman? No! Heronyan is Superman, and Darkoma is Batman. In Yo-kai Watch 3, they actually do have superhero-themed Jibanyan and Komasan, and they seem to be pretty heavily themed after Superman and Batman, respectively. Nicholas Williams asks, why doesn't a Hoverneon S exist? Well, it actually does, and that builds off his second question. If it does actually exist, is it Impuni? And yes, he is. Hoverneon S is in Yo-kai Watch 3, and in Yo-kai Watch Puni Puni. But in Puni, he's just an S-rank center popper, unfortunately. I can't speak to his viability in Yo-kai Watch 3. Maybe Abdallah can. But he's not that fantastic in Puni. He does have pretty high attack, though, so he's usable. No, we could have done that. We could have done that. Final try here. We're getting through this without a continue. That was easy. I was just concentrating on talking to you guys. So we'll go full focus mode here. Favorite Nintendo franchise asks Grace Pike on the loading screen. Pikmin. Love Pikmin. All the games are great. Who is the best one, though? Alright, we want to get Slurpent up first. Slurpent's up, let's get Blazion. Okay, Blazion's up. Let's get Illuminoct up and running. Abdallah says, those losers are beating you, Leafy. Not for long, Abdallah. We'll take out both of these guys here. And now we only have one left. Hopefully we can charge up something. Recharge Blazion. And Illuminoct. Got him. That's exactly what we needed here. The Link isn't really working out for me though. I messed that up a bit, so let's just go with Demuncher. Easy way out. See? No continues. Illuminoct Gamer 29 asks, hey Leafy, who do you like better, Komasan or Jibanyan? See, that's always a tough question to answer. I'm gonna have to go Komasan. Yeah, Komasan. Just not even a tough question. I revised my previous statement. Komasan is my favorite out of the two. I love Komashura, I love Kirakoma, I love all of Komasan's anime segments. Those are always really funny. Love them. Lucky says, our losers never prosper. Very true. Riddia of Mist. Ooh. Love that username. Do any of you guys know what that's from? Let me know in the chat if you actually know what that's a reference to. If the 5 Dastardly Bombers were a special crossover boss, what do you think the gimmick would be for the 5 Dastardly Bombers? I'd say some sort of connection type thing. Or, oh, you know what would be? Okay, so they would all be ball poppers, but they would all make only one ball, and the ball would be super strong. And if you use 2 or more ultimates at once, and you pop one of the balls, it would cause a chain reaction with each other, and set off all the other balls that the other bombers had created. That would be really cool. Alright, this is what I was talking about. They really ramp up the difficulty later on. And we still have a ways to go. Oh hey, there's Robin. Right here, we're gonna start just prioritizing Slurping, because that's how you win here. We want Slurpent, and we want him as soon as possible. Get him up, and you're chaining Slurpent. You're charging all of your other yokai. It's good times all around when you have Slurpent out. Let's get some more Slurpent on the field, just so that he enlarges himself. Okay, good. That's what I'm talking about. Got a Demuncher, an Illuminoct. Slurpent is almost charged a second time. Alright, it's time to go all in now. We'll go Illuminoct. Demuncher. Snartle. And hopefully he doesn't kill us. Okay, good. We survived that. Which means that we can get up Blazion. And Blazion will enable Illuminoct to one-shot Feargus. Hopefully. Hopefully. Oh no, oh no, oh no. That did not go well. We were all out of Soul Meter there. There was nothing we could have clutched out. Naruto says Morganonyan's ultimate would be go to bed, and it stuns the target for 15 seconds. Let's not do that today. Oh man, I'm famous! Zeta says, I typed on Google Slurpent Wibwob, and your parody video of your interview with NHN came up on Google. That's awesome. So, the game already sets us up with Slurpent pretty nicely here. Getting into fever time is really the key. So let's charge Slurpent and then try to get into fever time if possible. And if not, then we'll still fire off Slurpent. So there's a nice chain. Alright, good, good. This is it. This is it. We're gonna beat it this time. We'll go Blazion. And then D-Muncher, obviously gonna deal a ton of damage. Illuminox is gonna trigger Snartle, and then we'll be good. That's all we needed. So, in case you guys need a recap, like Thornyan here, he asks, Leafy, what did I miss? We're in the final circle of the Divine Paradise, and these later stages are undoable unless you have a really powerful team. I have D-Muncher at Soul Ultimate 5, level 50. Snartle maxed out. I've pulled 35 Snartle, 100,000 Y money of Snartle. He's at level 50, Soul Ultimate 7. I have Slurpent at Soul Ultimate 6. Blazion Awoken at Soul Ultimate 7. And Illuminoct at Soul Ultimate 4. I mean, you can't mess around in these later levels, and you're seeing that I'm still having a bit of trouble with them. So you gotta be pro, is how you clear these levels. You gotta be expert, which is how they label them. If you're new to Wibwob, or if you're coming back after a long return, or if you're switching from Puni, if you're crazy, then you definitely need to spend quite a few months to train up your team, honestly. Even just going from Flat Pot Plains to here is going to take you a while to train up your team. It's tough, it's tough. If you fall behind in Wibwob, you really fall behind. I'm having fun here, though. That's why I was afraid to switch to Puni at any time. I'm like, I will lose my Wibwob progress. So if you guys come across a good cranking opportunity, that's my advice. Crank. If they come out with a good yokai, Blazion Awoken, for example. Blazion Awoken is a fantastic opportunity to crank. If they come out with double soul secrets, then crank. You really want to hop on these opportunities that let you gain an advantage, let you close that time deficit. If you're coming back to Wibwob, a lot of people ask me on the streams, I'm coming back to Wibwob, what do you suggest? Hold out for a double soul secrets or Blazion Awoken or something like that. Save all of your money. Because that's the best strategy. That way you'll be able to clear stages like these, and it won't take you a year. It might take you only a few months. Yeah, I mean, Wibwob's a gacha game, ultimately. So it does take a very long time if you're free to play. Super fun, though. I love that NHN is giving us these difficult, challenging levels. Also, you're gonna make a ton of cash here, speaking of saving money. This has got to be at least 500 Y money, which is very big for no score boosters. Lane Broughton, I feel you. He says, I saved 60,000 Y money last week for attempts at the crank for Swalterior, and then NHN added a bunch of terrible yokai and I didn't get him. I am so sorry. Teresa asks, Leafy, can you rate my team? Komoshura, sorry, no, not Komoshura. Kumashura, Shuganiun, Cruncha, Lionheart, and Venoct. Well, I don't know who the first two are. However, I would suggest replacing them with Komoshura and Shogunyan. Then, Cruncha, Lionheart, and Venoct all come together to form a very solid team. I think you've got a good team there. Personally, I'd have more direct attackers over the poppers, but that team's pretty serviceable. Alright, this is a really good topic that I've been meaning to cover. Thank you for that prompt, Abdallah, because I keep forgetting to talk about it. He asks, thoughts about the transparency on pull rates for certain yokai. For example, Fire Emblem Heroes and their 5% pull rates on banners, etc. So, let's first explain why Fire Emblem does that. Why does Fire Emblem give you the exact pull rates for their heroes? And you might think Nintendo is doing it out of the good of their hearts. Nintendo's a great company. They're generally really pro-consumer. So they're doing that because they want to be nice to people. And I'm sure that they're happy to do it because they want to be nice to people. But they're actually doing it because it's illegal not to. They actually have policies in place. After Grand Blue Fantasy, another gacha game that came before Fire Emblem Heroes and heavily inspired it and how Heroes is structured, Grand Blue Fantasy did a lot of very shady stuff, including, I think they called it combo gachas. Why is Wibwob freaking out? I think they called it a combo gacha, where basically, across multiple events, you had to pull these characters that would take you thousands of dollars to pull, and only if you pulled all of the characters across these one-time only events, you would get a super exclusive character. Imagine a Legend Seal in Yo-kai Watch Wibble Wobble. Except, all 6 of the Legend Seals are Awoken Yokai. Also, your crank can't be maxed out. Also, you can only pay for cranks with real money. And the sealed yokai is Slurpent. That's basically what Grand Blue Fantasy did. They also did a lot of other extremely shady things, including lying, flat out lying about unit stats, and changing unit stats after the unit was released. So they would release a really strong unit, people would spend a ton of money on it, and then they would nerf the unit. So they would lose all of their attack, and the unit wouldn't be good anymore. Basically, you wasted your money. But hey, look who's in the gacha now. A really powerful unit that's even more powerful than your current unit pre-nerf. Puzzles and Dragons, the original gacha, did this a lot too. A lot of different gacha games did. So, that brings us to Yo-kai Watch Wibble Wobble. What is my thought on Wibble Wobble not being transparent with the rates? Well, Wibble Wobble's sort of a unique situation. We'll try one more time. We'll go with Komashura. Wibble Wobble's sort of a unique situation because Wibble Wobble lets you do something that gacha games normally don't. You can grind for Y money. Fire Emblem Heroes is the easiest example here, because I'm sure that most of you have played it. In Heroes, you can earn orbs through logins. You can earn orbs through clearing stages for the first time. But once you get all the orbs you can get in the game, you can't get any more orbs. You can't grind orbs like you can grind Y money. There is a finite amount of orbs in the game. Outside of that, you actually have to pay for them. Additionally, or sorry, not additionally, but in contrast, Wibble Wobble lets you grind for Y money. So I feel like, I don't know the specifics, but I feel like NHN has found a loophole. By making Y money a very odd purchase in that you can pay for spirit, you can pay for continues, you can pay for level unlocks. Ranking is just one thing that you can do with Y money, alongside the fact that you can grind Y money. So you're not explicitly paying to summon a character like you are in Fire Emblem Heroes. NHN has found a loophole that allows them to not display the pull rates for the yokai. Also, they don't have set pull rates. It all depends on how many yokai you already have maxed out. So put those two together, and I think you have the reason for why NHN doesn't do that. In my opinion, I think it's super shady. I think NHN should have the flat pull rates. They should totally put that in, and it would not be difficult to show us the adaptive pull rates to your current Crank-a-kai, because obviously the game uses that to calculate if you'll crank them or not, so it's not something that would require any extra programming at all outside of displaying the rate. I think it's kind of shady. I would very much prefer if NHN displayed it. Kind of a long-winded explanation, but certainly warranted. I hope that helped the dog. Hopefully that gave you insight into gacha games, because I know you aren't, but I think you aren't familiar with them outside of Heroes and Wibble Wobble, right? I don't think you've played Grand Blue or Puzzles and Dragons. So hopefully that gave you some interesting knowledge, interesting trivia. So Komashura is going to help us out here. I guess we should have replaced the Luminoct instead of Snartle. Yeah, there we go. Sponsor Crimson says, well, at least Robert is awesome, and he tells it to us. Yeah, shout out to my friend Robert, or Springdale Data Sciences on YouTube. He does videos where he does a ton of pulls for yokai and graphs out the pull rates with his max Crank-a-kai. So you get a good idea of the base pull rate for them. Really, really cool of him to do. Wibble Wobble keeps crashing, and you might think, wow, that's kind of weird. Nope. Not weird at all. My friend made a size 8 Draconion the other day, and I guess size 8 was just too big for Wibble Wobble to handle at the moment, and it crashed. Very crazy. Death the Kid asks, Leafy, can you rate my team? Shogunyan, Lionheart, Jibanyan S, Snartle, and D-Muncher. Replace Jibanyan S with Cruncha or Illuminoct or something. Hey Fearless Warrior 05, how's it going? We'll go, let's switch it up, why don't we? Chimera for the Unity bonus. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good to me. Maybe Hidabat Awoken instead of D-Muncher. Ha! I love his sound. He gets that unity with Slurpent, so it works out. The V-Champ asks, Leafy, who's the next big boss after Shogun King? I have a video on my channel about that. YouTube.com/101Leafy. I talk about every single SS rank in the game, every single big boss, every single Awoken yokai, and when exactly you can expect to see them. Also, I give my thoughts on them. I say what their ultimate moves are, what their exact stats are, if they're good or not, how you can use them, who to pair them with. It's my favorite video that I've done, so if you're interested in that, check my YouTube channel out, youtube.com/101Leafy. There's a link to it in the description. I hate this guy, we're restarting. And I also cover other stuff, like I said, other games by the Yo-kai Watch guys, such as the current Japanese exclusive beta-only Fantasy Life Online, or Fantasy Life 2, sequel to the 3DS game. I race with my subscribers in Mario Kart 8 every Saturday, and we'll play ARMS and Splatoon when that comes out. And I do a lot of other fun stuff, so feel free to check me out, youtube.com/101Leafy. I'm also on Twitter and Twitch, as you can see on the left-hand side of the screen. There are links to those in the description as well. We're gonna charge up Komoshura here. Dun 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 dun. Hopefully we can get into Fever Time. Awesome! We've got everyone up here. That's beautiful. Dylan Diamo Oliver asks, how do you get Robanian F? I think you'll need Robanian F, and if you do, then you crank him. You just gotta be lucky. He is currently in the Crank-a-kai. Just crank him out of there. Free him from his Gachapon prison. He'll be thankful. Oh, I didn't. I messed up the Wibble size. Owen says you got this, Leafy. That's right, Owen. I did have that. We cleared that without any continues, if I'm correct. We did restart, though, just because of those pesky wicked yokai. Kendall Scott Craig asks, says, Mario Kart Wibble Wobble, please make it a thing. Well, you'll be glad to know that one of the first ever Yo-kai Watch 3 events in Wibble Wobble has a racing mini-game. Not exactly Mario Kart Wibble Wobble, but it is racing in Wibble Wobble. It's really, really cute, and I do cover it on one of my other videos on my channel, where I talk about every single Puni event that we've missed in the game so far. We've missed over 100 yokai. I go over every single one of them. We've missed like 17 events, and I go over all of those. Really cool video if you're into Puni, if you're interested in what events I think we might see in the future. So we'll go, Blazion here. No, not gonna work. Let's just blow our ultimates here. Oh, just a little too late. Oh, I should have saved those Venoct. Not that it matters. Chimera will take out Swelton here. Hey, Moderator Christina! Thank you so much for coming by. Great to see you. No way! No way! No, I refuse to believe that! That was crazy! I didn't notice he was so low, or I would have just spammed clicks. Nice big chain of Venoct Awoken here, gonna get us into Fever Time pretty early thanks to that. Link up Suck Chimera. Alright. We're on a good track right now. We'll get our Slurpent up as we go into Fever Time. Use him and hopefully win the stage with that. Come on, Slurpent, give us a Blazion. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. I see how it is. Well, Venoct will cover us. While he's stunned, we'll take out Swelton. 2-Shock Tactic should do the trick. Oh, bam. Awesome. See, Blazion makes a huge difference. That's how powerful he is. Huge difference. Sponsor Crimson says, Leafy, did in no way inspirit you just now. No way! I am refusing to accept my defeat. Oh, I like that, Abdallah. Turning the questions around on the people that ask them. I like knowing what you guys think about your own questions. Let me know when you ask a question. Like if you're like, Leafy, what event do you think we'll get next? Tell me what you think we'll get next. That's really interesting to hear. Sponsor Oliver says, Leafy, use my team. I do not think I could complete this this map without Slurping, honestly. Like, I think it's not undoable, but extremely difficult to do without Slurpent. Just extremely difficult. You would need Sultimate 7 Venoct, Sultimate 7 Jibaban, or what's her name? Tattle Smash? Need Sultimate 7 her for absolutely, along with Hidabat Awoken. And Sultimate 7 Chimera, Sultimate 7 Blazion Awoken, and Sultimate 7 D-Muncher. If you don't have those guys, you aren't completing this without Slurpent, that's for sure. Ugh. Alright, Komashura will finish us up here. Sponsor Oliver says, with Slurpent. Didn't you say I was basically using your team except for Shogunyan being swapped out for someone? So I just swap out Shogunyan for Slurpent. Ooh, we're nearing Kat's Kraydel. This is gonna be a very tough boss fight, so buckle in for a couple of tries. Jacob Spencer asks, Leafy, are you surprised that DJ KJ and Lazaria, I'm not sure what we'll call her in the localization, but she's called Fubuki-chan, right? In Busters, the Lazaria with the glasses became befriendable in Yo-kai Watch 3, and I wasn't surprised. I was happy, certainly, but it wasn't too shocking of a move for them to do that. A little more surprised about DJ KJ than Fubuki-chan, though. Uh-oh. Alright, let's redo that. I wanted to get the Blazion up, but just wasn't happening. Mark Rosenberg asks, hey Leafy, could it be possible that all the legendary yokai get Awoken forms, or would that be too OP? I mean, some of the legends aren't even good anymore because Awoken yokai are more powerful than them, so definitely not too OP. We know that Shogunyan's getting an Awoken form soon, but we don't know about the other legends. I guess it's just a matter of time. We're not getting fantastic spawns here. Alright, this will get us into Fever Time at least. So we're safe. Save us, Blazion. Oops. That was not what I meant to click. So we go Komashura. And then Menoct. Alright, we're good, we're good. The stun transfers, and we defeat Scare Maiden with these big Wibble Wobbles. Awesome. See, like I said, extremely difficult to do without Slurpent. Extremely difficult. Hey, sponsor Audrey is home from school. Great to see you. Anthony asks, Leafy, do you watch Filthy Goat's live streams just to bother him? No, we're good friends. He's a great guy. Wait, what? Broth. Oh, okay, we still have one more stage. This is normally where the boss goes in the Divine Paradise on Wibble Wobble. Kat Kraydel is gonna be hard, says Owen. Oh, you got that right. He's gonna be really hard. Let's charge up Blazion just because he's an easy charge right there. Getting up Hidabat Awoken is not a bad idea, because then we can use him. Check this out. Smooth moves here. WarioWare. And that was slick. Oh, I guess not. Scratch that, scratch that. That was the roughest of moves. We just barely didn't defeat him. One more Soul Ultimate level. He would have gone down. Oh man, that's a bummer. We can play off that though. We're not done yet. Slurpent will save us. Slurpent always saves us. See, we got Blazion up. We got Chimera. Get Hidabat Awoken up, maybe. Just before Blazion Awoken runs out. Nice! Easy. See? Easy with Slurpent. Slurpent makes everything easy. Moderator Christina, I'm gonna have to respectfully disagree with that. And it's not even an opinion. She says, challenge, defeat Kat Kraydel without Slurpent. No, that's not a challenge. That's just, that's sadistic. That is not gonna happen. Yo-kai Lecter, great to see you. Alright, Kat Kraydel, looking awesome. Great to see him in a not 240p resolution. Looks really menacing here. Score 550,000 points, finish with a Soul Ultimate move, and clear the stage with Shogunya. Jeez. Think Face should save the day, says Kirokomai. This yokai is, yes, it's Kat Kraydel. Simply attacking willy-nilly won't deal any damage, so stick some pins in and aim for his 3 eyes. See? He's a guy. Pop his eyes and you'll be able to deal damage. Do tactical info for Kat Kraydel. Tactical tip, regain your levels. Oh no, he doesn't steal our levels, do they? The boss of the Divine Paradise's 7th circle, Kat Kraydel, has 4 places to aim for. Oh, did they just mess up the image there? That's kinda funny. Body, eye left, eye middle, and eye right. 4 places to aim for. You don't deal a lot of damage attacking the body first. Aim for the 3 eyes first. Poke his 3 eyes and you'll be able to deal lots of damage to the body. Alright. Just like in the normal games. Kinda like Massive Face, but not really. Okay, this is a bad start. We need Slurpent as soon as we start. And we had no Slurpent on the board. Alright, no, we don't need this. Okay. Omoshura is okay to start off with because he can get the eyes down. So we do sort of want to prioritize him. But he's less of a— ah, come on! No way! Really? This is my least favorite in the game, just out of all the boss moves. Ugh. And he drains your soul meter. So we can't slack on using the soul ultimates. Can't save them up or anything. Slurpent is definitely going to save us here. Because we can charge up some soul ultimates, just immediately use them, so though I should have gone with Blazion first. Okay, good, good. Blazion is up. Maybe we can get into Fever Time. Maybe not though. Oh, easy. Alright, we're good, we're good. Abdallah says, I'm surprised at how little damage he does with each hit. This is more like Kitten Cradle. Yeah, this wasn't too difficult. We'll have to do some of those challenge runs people were proposing. That'll be real fun. Because this guy is not too hard. Especially with the stun from Venoct. Devastating. Oh, jeez, I skipped the dialogue. I was looking at the chat. Sorry. First time bonus, Soul Secrets. Nice. You can replay it and pause it. I didn't like actually skip it, I just scrolled through fast. So we do have 1 Soul Secrets in our inventory right now. Nice. Got it on our, not sort of first try. We didn't die or anything, but we did restart a couple times to get a good board. Now let's do a couple of victory Y money cranks and get to some cool challenges. Another Kiwinya, nice. Sponsor Crimson says that moment when you notice Hello Kitty SS is a million times stronger than the ultra secret final boss of Yo-kai Watch 2. Come on. Another Hovernya, not getting too much variety today, huh? Well, we have a cheerful coin, maybe we'll get Casanova. The best vendor asks, Leafy, if Panda was not a yokai, what would you do? I'd quit Yo-kai Watch altogether. There is no reason to play any Yo-kai Watch game if Panda isn't in it. He just makes the franchise. Alright, so, first up on the challenge menu. If you have a challenge, put it in the chat, because I like doing the challenges. But the first one, from moderator Christina, because it's the first one that I remember, is clear Kat Kraydel without Slurpent. And of course we have to do it without continuous. So, who do we want to replace Slurpent with? Gotta make a good choice here. Gotta choose really carefully. D-Muncher? Maybe. Maybe Arachnus Awoken. Maybe. Mimikine. My favorite yokai ever. He could be good. Well, no, because level 1 Arachnus is better than level 2 Mimikine. Hey, it's Angry Bananas! Thank you so much for stopping by, Carlos. He says, I'm here for the Leafy. We're doing some challenge runs on the final boss of Wibble Wobble right now, so you came just in time to see me fail. We need who? We need D-Muncher. Probably. Yeah, he's probably the best option. No, Komoshira was who we were using. So we'll go Venoct Awoken, Komoshira, Arachnus Awoken, Blazion Awoken, and Chimera. Abdallah says, Shmoopy challenge. Beat Kraydel with Shmoopy on your team. Oh, jeez. So you're saying just 4 yokai on your team and that's it? You know what? Might as well 2 birds with 1 stone here. Shmoopy. Let's see what happens. Oh no, Zeta says, clear Kat Kraydel with all healers. Or 4 healers and 1 Slurpent. We could try four healers and... Okay. No. We need to restart for the perfect setup. Or we cannot do this. Alright, so we got Komoshira up. We have Komoshira up right here. Just don't shake my board, please. Good. We should be down, hopefully. Or not. Oh yeah, he is. Okay, good. So now we just get up Venoct Awoken. Stun him. And we should be good to go, hopefully. Yeah, see, no damage without Blazion. We need Blazion out. Can we get into Fever Time? Before he wakes up? Yes, okay, we did. So we want Blazion, and we want Venoct Awoken. Please don't wake up yet. Oh, and he's woken up. Oh, man. Can we stun him by attacking an eye? I'm gonna continue just to look at that. Will attacking his eye stun him? Yes. Okay, good, good. Oh hey, Abdallah's playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe right now, he says. Say welcome if you're in the lobby. Say welcome, guys, if you see him. No, actually, if you see him, don't say welcome. Say, I'm using tilt controls. It's not fair. I'm using tilt controls. That's what I always do, at least. No, not my big Venoct. Alright. So we go for the eye there. Stun him while we're at it. Well, I guess that doesn't stun the effect. Okay, Komoshiro is free. Jeez, this is ridiculous. Alright. I'm gonna have to drop the Schmoopy. We need to figure out what the best yokai is here. So hang on, hang on. Our priorities really are getting up Komoshira and then Venoct. But we need Blazion for both of them. So what if we went Beelzebub? No, Zero. Zero's stronger than Beelzebub for me. We use 2 attack uppers. And Shogun King? Maybe not. Maybe. Maybe. 79, 84. How much health does Beeler have? 335. 594. Maybe. Maybe Arachnus. This looks good. So Arachnus will help us set everyone else up. Blazion or Zero work. And then... okay. Use Pandal. Not yet, not yet. Golden Foxy asks, rate my team beating Kat Kraydel. Shogunyan, Snartle, Professor, Blazion, Awoken, Zero. Works perfectly. You know what? Professor isn't a bad idea. He'd attack all of the eyes, and he would stun him. So Professor actually works really well here. I don't even have him because he's usually so useless. Maybe I shouldn't smack talk him then. Interesting. That's a really good idea. I completely forgot about Professor. Oh, what? What happened to my Venox Soul Meter? What a waste. I like this plan, though. Use all E ranks. I can do it using all S and SS ranks. So I guess we're using one A rank. There you go, that's your challenge, use an A rank. Ooh, nice. Bonus ball right off the bat. Setting Arachnus up. Then Arachnus is gonna set this up. Yes! I love this here. This was the perfect setup. That's what we needed. Abdallah asks, is Kat just so hard without slurping? Yes, absolutely he is. But here's the thing. Oh, what the heck? Do not wake up yet. Okay, good, good. We charge Blazion. Charge Venoct. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. We just need to get up Komoshura. Alright. Oh man! But that's alright. Get Komoshura up. And immediately get up another Hidabat Awoken, hopefully. Just in time. Oh! Not as fast as I would have liked to. Beaver time, though. Alright, this is close. We can do this. We get Komoshura up. Soon-ish. Alright, we're good. So we go Komoshura and then another Octo Snake. Only this time we stack Blazion with Zero. And this will take him out. This is it. This is it. We got it. It took like... it took like 10 tries. Oh, no way. Oh, that was so close. Thank you for the stun, Venoct. Phew. Wow. That was... that was super hard. That was super, super hard. I don't know how we did that. We did 1.5 million score on that. Awesome. Next, let's get the final star on Kat Kraydel. Nothing too difficult. Clear the stage with Shogunyan. We did it, says Death Madness. We did! Somehow. The impossible challenge. Use all E-ranks. Well, my E-ranks aren't high enough Ultimate level to do that. But why not? Why not? Theory craft here. Well, E-rank doesn't have any attack uppers. In fact, it doesn't have many yokai at all. We'd use Lion. Handle for the Unity. Might have to use Noe, honestly, to keep you alive. Maybe Palisol as a pseudo-inflator? Negativuz, probably. And Demi. So you go Negativuz, Demi, Palisol, Lion, and Pandal. That's what I would do, at least. So... Shogunyan, that's what we were doing. Sorry, I got sidetracked by the E-ranks. Shogunyan, we can use Slurpent this time. Because it's just a star. Okay, we're good. Pubstep asks, Leafy, how many continues do you think I'll need when I use all E-ranks? At least 5. I think at least 5. Alright, so. Here's what we gotta vote on now. Do we do challenges? Or do we demo some double S ranks? Because I did promise you guys wanted to see that. I have every SS rank except for Hidabat, of course, and what's his name? Total Dude Awoken. Because they haven't rerun him since February, which is really stupid. But other than that, I can show off anybody if you want to see them. So we'll go Slurpent here. Venoct, okay. See, look how easy and boring it is with Slurpent. You just blow through everything. Some of the later events get really difficult too. Like, you need Slurpent to clear the later events even. Yeah. Oh, I should have gone into Fever Time, linked up the Shogunyan. Down for the double Shogunyan. That would have worked better. We will need Komoshura here. Definitely. So let's charge Blazion really quick. And then Kat Kraydel is going to come back up any moment now. And we'll pop his eyes. Bam. So he's back down. While Blazion's up, we'll get up Hidabat Awoken. And then, bam, Octosnake for the finish, hopefully. And not. Double Psych Out with Octosnake. Interesting. Well, the Foxy asks, Leafy, can you use any SS rank? Ooh. It's doable, but mine aren't at high enough Ultimate levels, and they also aren't at high enough levels, and it costs a ton of money to level up your SS ranks, like 15,000 in total. So, maybe at some other point, but unfortunately I can't do that yet. So right now, we're gonna get some stars from the new Infinite Inferno, not Infinite Inferno, Divine Paradise Circle. And while we're at that, we're gonna use some cool SS rank yokai. Sorry. So we'll go Hardy Hound, because we'll need him. We'll need Dracunyan. And then, oh, the healer challenge. That's right. That's right. Before we do that, we need to do the healer challenge. Can we beat Kat Kraydel with Slurpent and 4 healers? Just by constantly healing. I do want to see if we can do that. Who are my best healers? Auntie Heart. And who else? Who else? Who's even a healer? Who heals? I just want to see how long we can last, honestly. Can't deal enough damage to actually defeat him. Gaming Red Panda says, I think we should get some of these Puni events. So we know we're getting their games and they, something less players. I can't tell what that word's supposed to be. Yeah, that would be nice. Giving us the Yo-kai Watch 3 events would show us, hey, Yo-kai Watch 3 is coming at some point. Rainbot says Crimson. Sponsor Crimson, that is. Alright, obviously we want to get up Slurpent. Abdallah says, that looks like a super weak team, dude. Good luck. Yeah, I don't know what we're doing here. We're seeing how long we can last against Kat Kraydel, I guess. Because I don't think we can actually defeat him. Hang on, I have no idea how to get rid of that. Moderator Zarivas says, I don't think you'll deal enough damage to defeat Kat Kraydel. Yeah, that's the main concern. We might be able to survive, but can we actually kill him? If it's that hard, using Blazion Awoken, Chimera, and Hidabat Awoken and stuff, I just don't think it's doable. Let's see how long we can last, though. See, if we can pop the eyes once, then I consider that a victory. Honestly. We'll restart a couple times and see if that can happen. Oh yeah, hey moderator, sorry boss. I completely missed that you have made your debut there. Dogeon asks, Sleepy, do you have any shiny Pokemon? Yeah, a few. Floatzel is the main one that I remember. I used to have a shiny Dunsparce, but my file corrupted. That was rough. Game Red Panda asks if we can email NHN to tell them to give us better events. And no, you can't. You can email customer support, but that's not really going to do anything. NHN isn't too responsive. Alright, this is it. We're doing it, guys. Easy. Easy. Jesse says, hello, say my name. I don't know who Say My Name is, but they sound like a pretty nice person. Oh, ha. I love the sounds in this game. We defeated one of the eyes! Do they regenerate? They better not. It sounds like something they do. Okay. We need to free Slurp it from the webs. Nope! Alright. I think we're done with that one. Zeta says, I made Leafy do this and I don't regret it. I regret accepting it, maybe. That was ridiculous. We lasted longer than I thought we would, though. Moderator Zarivas says, you're gonna be here for a while. Definitely. Let's do some stars, then. Where is he? Here we go. Hardy Hound. And, Draconyan. Then we'll just do some really strong yokai, so we'll go, Komashura and Hidabat Awoken. Hunter Crimson says, no, not shiny Dunsparce. I really like that shiny. Well, I like pretty much all pink shinies. I do too. They're cool. Though I also really like shiny Mew, who's light blue. Let's just claim some missions, just cuz. Use only Nyan to beat Kat, says Pika. What team would I even use? I mean, there aren't a lot of good Nyan in the game. D1 S, D1 A, Dark Nyan. And then you drop down to B ranks, right? Because we don't have Macho Nyan, we don't have, what's her name? The voice actress one. I'll remember it. Hang on. Gachi Nyan, that's what it is. We don't have Gachi Nyan. Clear the stage with Rith. I really should have checked these stars. Jeez. Where is Rith? Gizmonyan, says Abdallah. Of course, we'd use Gizmonyan. Rith. Kendall says, I wonder what would happen if Leafy, Goat, Rabbit, Johnny, and Abdallah were Yo-kai and Wibwob. Not gonna happen. They'd put Satochin in before us, and they should put Satochin in before us. He's a super, super popular Puni Puni YouTuber. Finish with a Sultimate move. Alright. Alright, so let's charge up Komashura, just so that we can finish the stage with him. And let's get up our Slurpent, so that way make a bunch of big Wibwobs and weaken all the yokai. Just some bonus ball spam here. Draconyan, Draconyan! Hopefully. No! Oh, jeez. Okay. I see how it is. Looks like we'll need to replace these guys, since we don't need them on this level, with, we'll do Blazion and Zero. That sounds good. Blazion and Zero. Sarah Downey says, guys, what should I get to eat? Well, you gotta give us options there. What do you have available to you? I don't know why I'm linking up Rith here. I'm starving, says Sarah. Well, you should probably eat then. I like how they have you clear the stage with all these niche yokai that are completely useless, just to make it tougher for you. Is just 0 gonna be enough? Christina says, Leafy, you blow my mind with the multitasking sometimes. I try. I gotta put in the work too. Fonza Crimson, you're correct. They asked Leafy, is the YouTuber for Puni that you're talking about the one that made the comparison between Last Shogunyan and Whisper SS? Whisper Awoken. Yeah, that's him, Satochin. He does a lot of cool videos like that. We need Blazion, okay. Alright, Fever Time is going to give us the buffer that we need. And then, alright. Can't use it in Fever Time though, or else it doesn't count. Gotta use it outside. Counter Brace. Oh, no way. No way. Oh man, that's ridiculous. Alright, so we'll target Mad Munch. I like to try and do both stars at once because it's more of a challenge, in case you're wondering. DMD asks, Leafy, do you think there could be a Sergeant Burley Awoken? No, but he does get an A rank, Marshal Burley. He's pretty cool, and super strong, too. He fires missiles at his target, which is... it's just insane. Alright, take this, Mad Munch. Can we really do this all at once? Alright. We're swapping out Rift. Who do we use that'll help us here? Just an attack upper? No. Probably. Usable? Marshal Burley is S rank. That's correct. Thank you, Zarivas. Always helping out with that. Zarivas is a little more familiar with Puni than I am. I want a Baku Awoken, says Colin. Let me know in the chat, guys. What Awoken yokai do you want to see the most? I think we should get Pandal Awoken. Alright, this'll do it. This'll do it. I guess another approach is you don't have to kill them all at once. You can take out 2 targets and then the stage is way easier. But that way it's not as fun, you know? You gotta go for the challenge. That's what stars are for. I like the challenge. Do you guys like the challenge? Alright, good. Now check this out. Oh, Moderator Zarivas wants Hinoshin Awoken. Though he's already in the game, that's cheating. I mean like a new Awoken that they invent. Death Madness says Slurpin Awoken or Leafy Awoken? I don't even want to know what Slurpin Awoken would do. Bam! Did it. Just need the right team for these things. Leafy, how do we get Mimikin's other form? You mean Mimikin A, Lord Chilled? He is event only, and he's only appeared in 1 event so far, so good luck with that. He last appeared in September. With, Ooh, Abdallah says, Schmoopy Awoken for guaranteed befriending. That would be insane. I would really like that. We go Rith and how about Demuncher? No. Venoct Awoken. The stun always really helps. Moderators Arivas says Slurpin' Awoken would be great. It would have to do 8 size 12 to 13 Wibblewobs. Oh, jeez. I don't even want to know what that would do if you combine it with normal Slurpin'. That would be crazy. You know what would be really cool? An item that makes your Yo-kai Awoken if you give it to it. Basically, you use it on the Yo-kai, it's a consumable, it would be event only, of course. And what would happen is, their ultimate level would go up twice. Just like a normal Awoken. Awokens can't be awoken, obviously. But that would be really neat. They're Berker Awokens, says Sarah Downing. I'd like to see that. Abdallah says, take the Abdallah challenge. Snap a picture of my face from one of my videos as your Wibwob me. Then use that Mimikin to beat Kat Kraydel. I don't think that would work on Nox, actually, because it's a virtual machine. So it would try and use a webcam. But, that's not really hooked up. It wouldn't work out. Mimikin D or Mimikin A would probably work. Because we used Arachnus Awoken, and Arachnus Awoken is the same thing as Mimikin A, just slightly stronger. So that would work. Wouldn't be too deadly. Alright, we're finishing up here. So now that we got those stars, I would like to show you guys all of my SS ranks in my collection so far. So we have everybody except for Hidabat and Total Dude. Total Dude has not been rerun since February, which is really annoying. And Hidabat is in an interesting situation. I'll have to see if I really want to get Hidabat, because I'm super busy this week. But I'll probably wait till he comes back later, because they changed the Crank-a-kai, and it's not worth cranking right now, in my opinion. They'll probably change it back later, change it back to normal. So let's wait, hold out. Next week should be Scramble, so the Crank-a-kai should hopefully go back to normal. Then we'll see. Fingers crossed. Next week we will be having a very big Crank-a-kai party, though, because they're gonna have some sort of cool yokai in the Scramble battle. We don't know who, but they always do give something cool in the Crank-a-kai, like Unkeen, Uncle Infinite, and Devour. So we'll have a big one. It'll be super fun. We're just gonna go through all the SS rank yokai, show off all of their ultimate moves, because only a couple hundred people have these. At least the big bosses. So, as always, we'll test them on Schmoopy. Sorry, Abdallah. GMD says, Swelton Awoken needs to exist. We need good Wibwob tanks. Well, you'll be happy to know that Shogun King here is a really good Wibwob tank. In fact, the best in the game. This, like this. I say I love the sounds in these games, and I do. But a lot of people might not like this. So, Shogun King here, Full Moon Slash, just reduces your damage with his Buster Sword. Inferno is actually random popping on QB Awoken, making it surprisingly not awful. Then, oh, we should use Slimeamander. Slimeamander is always good to test on. I do like beating up the Schmoopy, though. The SS rank are just too strong. Schmoopy only works when you're using weak yokai. Here's my favorite, alright? Destruction Beam. It's a beam in the name, a beam in the animation, and it creates bombs for you to set off. How does that work? Does he, like, forcefully fire bombs through his beam without somehow detonating them? So that's a single target attack right there, and that is a center pop. My Rubius J is actually pretty high ultimate level, as you can see. I've gotten him for a very long time. Gotten him probably 3 times, 4 times? I'm trying to remember. Beam bombs, odd, says Abdallah. Very odd, because it's not like it's a translation error. That's something that they actually put in Puni. So next we'll go Blizzaria, Hardy Hound, Captain Thunder, Thunder, Mass Mutterer, and we'll skip Arachnus because we already showed him. Wismellow Man. Oh, we already showed Hardy Hound too. I guess that doesn't matter since the only one left is Venoct. And we didn't really give Hardy Hound his time to shine. So we'll keep him there. Gendo says Beam Bomb sounds like a Kirby copy ability. It does. It sounds like a mix you'd make in Kirby 64. Punk Ample asks, Leafy, please answer. I haven't had a classic please answer today. Is my team good? Bruff, Spemp, Betterfly, Mirapo, and Rhinogon. No, not at all. Sorry. Seriously, one thing that I like to stress in all of my team critiques is, if you guys come to all of the streams, then you might recognize this. Organizers are really bad, and healers are really bad. So using organizers and healers on your team is going to cause you to have a lot of trouble in the game. Colin, if you're experiencing issues on the later stages, it's because of your team. Ditch Mirapo, ditch Betterfly, all of those guys, and use poppers, use direct attackers. Komashura, Shogun Yan, all those guys, really, really good. Thunder! Obviously Pendergrass there. Really good voice actor for Yo-kai Watch. So we will get him charged up. Yes, Mutterer. Mutterer! Then Hardy Hound, and good. Okay. So Slimander isn't going to take any damage here, just because he's Slimander, so he only takes damage if we want him to by targeting his eye. We'll target that one on purpose. Blizzaria, she pops the bottom. She's just slightly stronger, has a slightly higher area of effect than normal S-rank Blizzaria, who's slightly stronger and slightly higher area of effect of Frostina. Then, Explosive Strike from Mighty Dog or Hardy Hound makes bonus balls, pretty unique. Only Mermother can do that, or Izanami, and she's event exclusive, very difficult to get. Really, really useful for obtaining stars, because all 4 of those bonus balls count towards making bonus balls. So if it says make 8 bonus balls, use that twice and bam, you're good to go. Sparkling Shock, as I said, organizers are pretty bad. So he just organizes your yokai, and look, they're not even organized. Organizers are awful. Then, Great Escape. No idea how this is an attack boost, but I love the little animation there with the teddy bear. I always forget his name. I know Zaribos knows his name. But that is the most powerful attack up in the game, tied with Hidabat Awoken. Fantastic for making money with Sproink guys. Finally, Wismellow Man's Blabberbarth deals a little bit amount of damage, but not too much. He disappears from the board. For the next, like, 32 seconds, I think it is, when he's maxed out, he won't appear, making it slightly easier to link up your yokai. I mean, if you want Fever Time, just use Draconyon. If you want Wibwob sizes for Soul Meter, then just use Slurpin, as you could see from the Kat Kraydel defeat. I mean, that was really fast. You defeated Kat Kraydel in like a minute using Slurpin. You wouldn't even survive if you were using organizers. Alright, let's take out Slimander here. Thunder. Moderator Zarivos says, you know, ever since I got Slurpint, my interest in Wibwob is really diminishing. That's because they peaked. They gave us Slurpint, which was really exciting. And then they just rehashed the Yo-Cake Scramble again. And they'll probably rehash it again this month. And they'll probably rehash it again next month. Like, we need unique events. We need Sangokshi, Final Fantasy, Popcorn, those kind of Scramble battles. But speaking of looking towards the future, that is going to be it for this week's stream. Next week we'll have a big Crank-a-Kai party with May's Scramble Battle, whatever that may be. It's going to have probably 3 exclusive yokai in the Crank, so we'll have a huge Crank-a-Kai party for that, so be sure to stop by. If you enjoyed this stream, then make sure to check me out on YouTube. I'm youtube.com/101leafy. I cover Wibwob, Yo-kai Watch as a whole. Nintendo games, other mobile games. I do all sorts of stuff, whatever I feel like, really. So if you enjoy this stream, enjoy my narration, then check me out there at youtube.com/101leafy. You can also find me on Twitter at 101leafy and on Twitch at twitchtv.com/101leafy. Links to those are all in the description. I actually made a Discord server, so check me out on Twitter. I have a link to that on there if you want to join it. Thank you very much to everybody that watched. I really appreciate it. Of course, make sure to subscribe for more weekly WibWob streams at Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time. And of course, smash that like button on your way out. Thank you very much for watching, everybody.